Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and today, guys, we have an exciting show. And before we get to our guest, because I know he's already in the building, I want to let you guys know that the Nikki Rich Show, we air Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I definitely want you guys to subscribe to our YouTube, Nikki Rich, the number two, and follow us along
Yes.
at Nikki Rich Show TV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Guys, well, our guest is in the house. I'm so excited to have Mr. JohneriO Scott. He is also a talk show host, and he is bringing it today because today we're talking HIV awareness and all the projects he got going on. So he is in the house. So with no further ado, I'm excited to welcome for the first time here on the Nikki Rich Show, Mr. JohneriO Scott.
Yes.
Welcome. How you doing?
Yes. What's up, Nikki? Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, it's such an honor to have you on today. I've been following you. You've been grinding. I watch your Instagram videos, your interviews, which I
Thank
think
you.
are amazing. And I
Thank you.
said, we got to bring him on to the Nikki Rich Show. So you here.
I am here.
Like you said, let's talk.
Let's talk. Yes.
Now tell everybody where you from and where you based out right now.
All right. So I'm originally from South Carolina, but I reside here in Atlanta, Georgia. You're from South Carolina?
South Carolina, baby.
Okay. Look at you. Yes. King Street, South Carolina. That's near Columbia, Florence. Yeah.
Yes, the lower part.
Right. Yes. Yep.
I'm from the upstate near Seneca, Clemson,
Oh,
Greenville,
you okay?
Anderson.
Okay. Yeah, I know where that at.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I now reside in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for 2 years.
Okay, and you have been blowing up, and I love to see my fellow South Carolinians
Yeah,
making it happen, because we come from these small towns, and
right,
you know, and like we are hidden gems. And it
right.
seems like we are all over the place,
Yeah,
So I love that you had that vision and you said, I want to make it happen. And now look at you.
right. I definitely say South Carolina doesn't. There's not much there, but definitely are hustlers.
Yeah,
South
we
Carolina make
hustlers. Now,
yeah.
how did you get into media?
Well, I went to school. I have my bachelor's in broadcast journalism,
Okay.
and then I went back. I started my talk show, because it was hard, getting started in, these big platforms like
Hmm.
BET and TV One and VH1. So I was like, you know what? I believe so much in myself that I know that I can do and be as big as their outlet. So I started my own
Hmm.
outlet, and then I went back to school for my master's, and I got my master's in broadcast journalism and
Yes.
marketing, and then I just continue to learn, grow, and just you know consistent. I just continue to be consistent, and then I later I just recently launched or published my first book called Making It in Media, where I talk about how to prepare for interviews, how to deal with no, where I explain no is just next opportunity, how to pitch yourself, whether you're pitching yourself, your brand, or pitching to have individuals on your outlet. So I talk about a number of things, but it's a step-by-step guide, 33 pages,
And where can they purchase?
on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Amazon and Barnes and Noble, y'all. Y'all gotta get it.
Yes.
For all the media people out there, you have to get it. And you know what I love that you said you went to school in broadcasting because a lot of times people they go to college, they're not doing what they love. They're
Right.
just spending all this money and look at you. You went to school for whatever you wanted to
Right.
do, and you're doing it. And I love that.
Yep. So they can just go on Amazon and go to Barnes and Noble, type in my name or type in the title of the book, Making It in Media. And
Mhm.
again, it's not everything about media, but again, if you have a brand or a business, this
Mhm.
you can it's really useful.
Yes, I love it. So y'all
Yes,
can go
indeed.
purchase. Now you also are part of a campaign this February.
Yes.
HIV awareness. Now, tell us a little bit of how you got involved with that.
Right. Well, when I graduated December 2014 from undergrad, I wasn't. I would say a couple of months later, I began to have like these breakouts on my legs, and I've always been healthy. Always went to the doctor every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this time, I was like, these breakouts on my legs, I don't know, where they're coming from. So I remember watching TV and being on um, Facebook one night, and they were talking about, or this ad popped up about um, HIV/AIDS, and knowing this your status, and knowing the symptoms. And I was like, well, no, this can't be. Even though I showed two of the symptoms, I was like, this can't be. So a week went on, and I continued to get the rashes on my legs, and I was like, "What's going
Mm-hmm.
on?" So I just went, I got tested, and I found that I was positive a year. So that was so at that time, 2015, found out that I was positive. So a
Mm-hmm.
year went by. I continued to do what I was supposed to do. Continue to live a healthy lifestyle, continue to educate myself and those around me that I informed about my diagnosis. And a year later, I became undetectable. And that undetectable is just saying that when I go to the doctor every 3 months, that the viral load is so suppressed that it's not detected in my blood. Yep. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, so and just going through that whole process for the last 5 years and educating myself, and then in my 9 to 5, I work at a nonprofit here in Atlanta where we do HIV testing and treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And I just decided, for a year, 2 years, I've been telling strangers, about my status to help educate them and break that stigma. I was like, well, I feel like I'm now at that place where I can, speak. I'm open and ready to be vulnerable enough to give my testimony, to give help and hope for those who may be newly diagnosed with HIV, or who probably already
Mm-hmm.
have HIV and just don't know where to move. And I want them to know that I am not HIV. I want people to know that you don't make the stigma. The stigma doesn't make you. You make the stigma. So I'm
Exactly.
not HIV. I'm a son. I'm an author. I'm a talk show host. I am all these things. But even though I may have HIV, or I may have high blood pressure, I may have cancer, I may have leukemia, all these different things, I may have it, but it's not me. I make it. So my
Exactly.
campaign, I'm not HIV, I am. And it's, I just give people the opportunity to say what they are, like living your truth.
Living your truth, and also you're helping others too,
Right.
that bringing awareness. And with your journey, I would say, what what should we know, you just based on what you've learned,
Right.
is
That
there
for one.
anything that you've learned, because a lot of times we hear things, and like, you just listen to people who going
Right.
through the experience.
That definitely, number one, HIV is not a death sentence.
Hmm.
That two, you can continue to live a healthy lifestyle. That there are prevention methods out there,
Yeah.
for individuals that may be dating someone that's not HIV positive, or if someone that's negative that's dating someone that is HIV positive. There are preventions methods out there,
Hmm.
such as of course condom usage, but you have PrEP, where is I call it the birth control to HIV, because it's a pill that you take a day to prevent you from contracting HIV if you're in a relationship, or had sex with, or having sex with someone who may have HIV. Then there's PEP, which is the Plan B pill. I
Hmm.
say to HIV, because if you have 72 hours to take this pill, after having sexual intercourse with someone who possibly may have HIV. And even though, again, with individuals that have HIV, that you still can live a healthy lifestyle. Like, there's
Hmm.
nothing. The only thing that's changing is you adding a pill a day, um, you know, or medication a day to your daily routine, and you just continue to exercise, eat healthy. Like, it's not going to hurt you. You know,
It's not.
it's just it's once you, especially once you educate yourself, and as long as you educate yourself and continue to live a healthy lifestyle, I think you'll be fine.
Now, what is the difference between HIV and AIDS?
So I like that you asked that question. So I always tell people the difference between HIV and AIDS is I break it down like a cold and a flu. If you have a cold, if you don't take care of your cold, what's going to eventually happen? It's going to turn into the flu. If you don't take
Okay.
care of HIV, eventually it's going to turn into AIDS. So if you take your medicine for your flu, then you're going to suppress that flu, and that flu is going to go away. If you don't, your cold, you're going to suppress your cold, and your cold is going to away. If you don't take your medication and take care of yourself, then that cold is going to turn to a flu. It's going to turn to pneumonia. You know, it's going to get worse. So that's how
Mm,
I explain to people. If you don't take care of yourself with HIV, down the line, you know, years without medication and treatment, it can then become AIDS.
wow.
But with technology and medication, that's that number
Mhm.
it has really decreased.
Now, how important is it to get and get tested?
So I tell people if you have more than one sexual partner and you're very sexually active, get tests every 3 months, or just get tests whenever you think you have a scare. But if you have
Mhm.
one partner, not really being that sexually active, I say every 6 months. It can take 30 days on for the virus to be detected in your blood.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, wait 30 days after your sexual intercourse, or your sexual interaction to go ahead and get treatment or to get tested.
Do you think that HIV and AIDS will ever end? You think that
Um,
it
it,
will?
it's a fight. I think the more we educate people, the more we can go ahead and get that number, see that number decrease.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Now,
out there. It's all about educating and those that living with HIV to take care of themselves and not, be out here being free.
exactly.
Right.
Now you have your campaign. Now, if they wanted to learn more, where can they go to?
They can definitely follow me on Instagram, at It's JohneriO, or they can go ahead and, follow me on my YouTube channel or in all social media platforms. Just type in JohneriO Scott.
As JohneriO, before we go, any upcoming projects that we can get ready for?
So I just did this big project with this big network that's launching in June. So stay tuned. I'll be dropping things,
Yay!
the closer we get to it. But other than that, just my weekly talk show that I have on Instagram. I'm about to start doing clubhouse conversations. So just
Okay.
stay tuned and just connect with me.
We are ready. We excited. We
Thank
are
you.
so
Thank you.
pumped up, and I'm so excited for all that you got going on. You making it happen.
Thank
Congrats
you.
to you. Keep bringing and keep giving us this, inspiring us all with
Yeah.
everything you do. Like I said, coming from South Carolina, you doing it.
Yes. Thank you, Nikki. You're doing it. You are
Thank you.
amazing. You are so talented. Keep it
Yes.
up.
Yes, and everybody, like I said, I watch your interviews. They are, so live. You have so much energy. So I,
Thank
I
you.
recommend everybody go check it out. Go to your Instagram. It's JohneriO, and go
Yes.
check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you for being our guest. Now, before you go, do you mind letting everybody know who you are and you're watching the Nikki Rich Show?
All right, you guys. So it's your boy JohneriO Scott, published author, talk show host, HIV advocate, and influencer, and you are watching the Nikki Rich Show.
Yay. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much,
being
Nikki.
our featured guest. You're welcome back anytime. So we here.
Hey, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yes. And to everybody out there, you or just listen to our featured guest. It's JohneriO Scott. Make sure y'all support him. He is amazing. He's bringing it, guys. So we got some more for you guys. But I gotta give a shout out to our sponsors, here at the Nikki Rich Show, as we always do. Shout out to Miss Bridget of Glitz and Goodies. She got me laced today, y'all. And I want to definitely thank everybody that's tuned in. We also got man, it's so many people I want to shout out, but we have so much going on, guys. I can't wait for y'all to see our upcoming interviews we have coming up with the Last Conception movie and film. We will have the directors in the house in just a few. Well, at 3 o'clock, y'all. So come back. Thank you for watching the Nikki Rich Show.